Escaping gravitational field of Krypton. Acceleration 762.4. Biren Thribo. Trajectory 23.6 Aglin. System alert. Warning. Velocity insufficient to counter gravity of Sun. Warning. Star drive failing. Warning. Star drive operating at 68%. 42. 11. Alter trajectory 0.2 Aglin. Project new course. Warning. Shields failing. Again. Warning. Cloaking defenses penetrated. Again! Hopeless. It's hopeless. I warned them, Lara. The building pressure at Krypton's core, the groundquake, my findings, all under advisement by an administrative council of dismissive fools. By now, we should have a fleet of starcraft carrying us all to safety. Instead of a single prototype barely large enough for our sun, I know, Jor-El, but keep faith in what we have accomplished. For it is Kal-El's only chance of survival. I've programmed his ship's navigational intelligence to seek out some other world where life might thrive. Thrive? In what primitive sense? Lara, look behind me. For how many centuries have Krypton's computers been searching in vain for signs of extra-global intelligence? Probing for even the faintest transmission on the star winds, straining to find any proof at all that we are not uniquely advanced in the universe. It doesn't matter. He can't stay. He'll die here with us. And soon. He'll die out there alone, suffering. You don't know that. How can you believe otherwise? What choice do I have? There's not much time left, is there? Days. Hours, perhaps, and not a shred of meaning in them. For 10,000 orbits, a shining planet circled a celestial font of heat and light. The people of that world grew tired of war. So they achieved a united society. They feared the unknown, so they conquered it with marvels of science. They yearned for heaven, so they created it beneath their very feet. For 10,000 orbits, a clump of dirt careened around a red dwarf star, and it accomplished miracles no one will ever remember. That tablet on the counter. Make room for it in the ship. It's a hologlyphic chronicling Kryptonian history. It was to be your birth cycle gift. Make room for it? Why? The language will be dead, Lara. He'll never be able to read it. It's not there for him, my love. It's there for you. Our son, the last of the El family, the last son of Krypton. Let him never forget. Lara, I can't do this. I love him too much. The variables simply don't support the incalculable gamble. Oh! It's not a gamble, Jor. Listen to me. I am so frightened. I cannot imagine Kal-El not in my arms. But he doesn't need our science now. He needs our courage. Quickly, secure him while I activate the star drive. Hurry! What are you doing? Increasing Kal's odds as best I can. Billions of worlds we know nothing about. Merciful Rao, let there be one. Yes, lit by a fellow star. Its gravitational pull relatively negligible. If he makes it at all, he'll stand his best prospects here. Computer, secure coordinates. He'll survive in that environment? Survive. The ecology will be his armor. A Kryptonian cellular structure will positively drink in the radiation of a star that young. Its energy will strengthen his muscles, his senses, his skin. He will be that world's man of tomorrow. And how far away is it? Far. Passenger harnessed, inducing REM state. Goodbye, my son. Forgive me. You've nothing to be sorry for, my love. You gave Kal-El all a father can give his son. You gave him every chance. But will that be enough? We'll never know. Life support batteries 89%. Life support batteries 67%. Warning, life support batteries below 50%. Warning, life support batteries 29%. Danger, life support batteries 9%. Danger, life support batteries 2%. Target planet detected. Atmosphere compatible. Gravity 0.03 Krypton standard. Background radiation. Class G2 yellow star. Cloaking activated. Get down! 25 years later, West Africa. Mr. Kobe Asuru? I am, but who art later? I want to follow that car. No, move and we will shoot. That really won't help anybody. You do realize those gunmen are escaping. Silence! Like them, you came from out of nowhere. Kobe Asuru has many enemies. How are we to be sure you are not another one of them? No weapons, passport under the name of Clark Kent. Press pass from the Ghana Dispatch. Though that could be a cover. You speak our language notably well for an American, Mr. Kent. I'm a good listener. And what is this? A computer of some sort? Of some sort. Please be careful with that. I mean Mr. Asuru no harm, miss. None at all, in fact. I've come to talk and listen. Unlike his would-be assassins. No wonder you've recruited bodyguards, Mr. Asuru. Had them forced upon me is more accurate, Mr. Kent. Gyamfi, Yao, and my sister Abina. And call me Kobe. Clark, it's more than an assignment to meet the Guri tribe's favorite son, Kobe. It's an honor. You're fast becoming a legendary activist in this part of the country. But to be honest, I'm not sure I'm fully clear on what you're fighting for. Then let us show you. Follow me. To the Guri tribe, but not to tribalism. Defined as, I didn't think racial barriers existed here. They don't. Therefore, in the absence of racism, man sadly tends to find other ways to discriminate. It is the way of Africa. Divisions are drawn and battles are fought along tribal lines. Is that what the shooting was about? A territorial clash? Probably, though the real threat is more insidious. The true threat comes in having our identity stolen. Take this child's textbook as an example. We Guri have long been subservient to the neighboring Turaba tribe. They hold the wealth of the region, and they are our only legitimate source of employment. For many years, we have cleaned their fine houses, shopped their markets, attended their schools. And thus we have raised a generation of children who spend their days steeped in Turaba culture, while their own is marginalized. Children who are told by word and by context that they are an inferior people. And that is what we must change. We change. When we lose our pride, we lose ourselves. At day's end, who we are is all we are. Which begs the question, Mr. Kent, who exactly are you? Ha! Abina! Manners! That's all right, Kobe. I'd be suspicious of strangers too, if I had a brother who was being shot at by passing motorists. Freelance reporter. As you saw from my credentials when you turned my backpack inside out, I've filed stories for small newspapers on pretty much every continent. To be honest, this is my biggest assignment yet. The Ghana paper has sent me here to profile Kobe. Maybe look into these attacks. And dive into pot of bullets. It's a living. That's what the other one said. What was her name? Lois something? Lane? Lois Lane? As I recall, she came through last spring. Do you know her? No. She's really good, though. I'd love to meet her, if I ever get home. How long have you been traveling? Let's see. Graduated high school in Smallville, Kansas at 18. Left 2 wonderful parents and a farm to study abroad. That's them, by the way. Finally strung together enough visiting student credits from various universities to earn a bachelor's in journalism, just shy of 25, which comes next month. So you're a product of the American heartland. Proudly, though not originally, I'm adopted. Not sure where I came from other than it's pretty far from Kansas. So you're searching for that place? No, more trying to find a place for me, maybe, and running out of places to look. Perhaps that's because you turned away from your birth legacy, Mr. Clark. Embrace who you are. There's only one like you. True story. Anyway, back to the importance of tribal pride, hence the party, a public reminder of Guri ways, a renewal of identity through music and dance, through custom, through the very clothes we wear. Colors and styles of the tribe are handed down through the generations. What we wear to connect to that, to symbolize and remind us of our heritage. It's a fairly common concept, actually. The Navajo, the Filipinos, the Afghani, Scottish clans with their tartans. You have traveled, so we are much like them. You could say, except of course for the masks. You do not like them. I apologize, no disrespect intended, and I recognize their significance. It's just a bias of upbringing. Where I come from, masks tend to symbolize distrust. Through the back! Get Kobe out of here! Go! Damn it. Hit an artery. Ma'am, squeeze my hand. Hard. I have to close that wound before... Oh no, Clark, you idiot! This was to force Kobe outside! Fire! To the van! Move! Move! What the hell? He's wearing a vest. He must be. Clark? Is anyone hurt? No, my God. You're shot. Tore it in the bar. I'm fine. Gyamfi, drive. Drive! Sweet Lord. 2 attempts on your life in 2 hours, my friend. Some angry Taraba, I take it? Ha! All Taraba are angry thanks to Kobe. My brother leads us all in the fight for change. The Taraba accuse Kobe of forgetting our place. They try to frighten us back into subservience. Still, despite their objections, we rally, we organize, and in 2 days, our people will march to the capital city of Madota nearby, just prior to the national elections. We will stand before the men who govern our republic, and we will insist upon representation in their parliament. We deserve to be heard, and if the Taraba don't like it, they'll learn too. So, Clark, why haven't you asked the question every other reporter asks him? Why him? Why is it Kobe Yasuru's task to shoulder the burden of his people? Doesn't he know he's risking his life being a damn fool hero? Is he insane? I believe the tribe Ashanti have a saying, a charge to keep they have, the human race to glorify, all other neighbors to save, and raising human esteem high. Ha! Yes, exactly! I'm no hero, Clark. I simply want to make a difference. If I do, perhaps others will as well. Perhaps we'll all leave our mark. There's nothing more wonderful to hope for. I know Abina would sleep easier if I left all this behind. But if you wish to be part of the human race, you have to get in the game. Otherwise, you're simply sitting in the bleachers, feeling like you don't fit in. We all have roles, and the world never changed for a man too timid to play his to the absolute limit. Gyamfi, the gunman, will be gone by now. Circle back so that we may tend to the wounded, then see what happens next. To Martha Kent at Kent.com. Subject, making new friends. It's going well. Ma, Africa is amazing. The animals here, I wish you could see them through my eyes. That a boy, you want to wrestle, huh? We've talked about this before. Living things have a kind of glow around them. They're surrounded in a halo of colors I'd invent names for if I weren't the only one who could make them out. I'm not sure if that halo is a soul or an aura or what. I do know that at the end of the life cycle, it fades pretty quickly, and what's left behind is hard to look at. Empty in a way that leaves me empty too. But when it's there, my God, how it shines. I know that information's not very helpful when you're trying to explain to cattle farmer grandpa why your son's a vegetarian, but... oh, what else? Oh, this is big. You were right. The tablet from the rocket is a book of some sort. I finally figured out how to activate it, but wouldn't you know it, it's more inscrutable than ever. It projects text I couldn't possibly decipher, integrated with images of a world I don't at all remember. All barely accessible by buttons and controls, completely counterintuitive to our way of thinking. Still, I can't wait to show you. The images are pretty much what we'd always imagined. People not very, and at the same time, quite different from us. From you. From Earth people. Apparently, it depicts what I'd guess are millennia of history. Discoveries are made, civilization rises, governments are formed, but there's one constant. The symbol. The one on the quilt or tapestry or whatever it is that I came wrapped in. At first, I thought it was a family crest of some sort, but if it was, it certainly came to mean more than that to these people. Wars were fought over it. Entire cities were built on it. Over the course of time, it became a promise, a sign of people fighting to make a better world, a symbol of hope. And Ma, if that's my legacy, I'm blowing it. Over the past few days, I've made friends with a man about my age named Kobayasuru. You've heard the press about him, I'm sure. Believe me when I say he's twice as charismatic and effective as anyone describes in print. And the way he uses his natural skills to their fullest puts me to shame. Yes, I keep mine secret for a reason, I know. Don't tell Pa, but in my travels I've been forced to be less than discreet a time or two. Trust me, all it does is reinforce the warnings you gave me since we first discovered I was unique. Each time I think I've made a connection with someone. Once they find out what I can do, whether it's hours or days later, everything changes. Invariably, they freak. They get retroactively paranoid, wondering what else Clark Kent is hiding from them. So I keep my distance. I report on events rather than get directly involved, and frankly, I'm getting disturbingly good at it. Ma, there's got to be a way for me to use my abilities and yet not feel totally isolated by them. Huh? Falling tree, catch you, pal. No bones broken, so you'll be...
Pagiuka, Dudu! Athia te Baduka!
There's got to be. And studying these alien images has given me a notion, but explaining it will have to wait. Right now I have a meeting with the leader of the forces causing so much trouble for Kobayasuru's tribe. Love to Pa. Over and out.
Must understand, Mr. Kent. We the Laba fought long and endured many hardships to make this area habitable. The Gule, by contrast, were settlers attracted by the benefit of our labor. Latecomers. We already employ them. Kobayasuru's sterling up there and gratitude is deplorable enough. Now they wish to throw us from our homes.
Latecomers. They've been here for generations, Representative Kabeel. And no one's advocating a coup, merely fair representation in their government.
Give an inch, Mr. Kent. The Gulri desire recognition. For what? Bottom feeding. We're content to let them be. We insist upon the same courtesy. Asuru's ideas are dangerous and substantially threaten our way of life. No, the Tulaba and I assure you Parliament have no patience for radicals of Mr. Asuru's ilk. We will not be bullied or dictated to. Phone, sir. Good day, Mr. Kent.
Don't do it.
Don't march, and why not?
because the great white man has decided to teach the ignorant villagers some manners. Do you now speak for the Taraba, Mr. Kent? Clark. Mr. Kent! You arrogant! How dare you try to tell us how to— Because I don't want to see you hurt. Abina, you're as invested in this as Kobe is. Hear me out. Go, but go small. The Taraba are spoiling for a fight, and under the circumstances, a protest march that massive could backfire. When people are confronted with unexpected strength, they tend to react with fear, not reason. Believe me when I say this. That leaves it solely up to me to present a case. What makes you think one man will be convincing enough? Because I know the man. Besides, I've called in some favors. And I can guarantee you an audience of hungry reporters to carry your words forth. Ladies and gentlemen, you characterize me in the press as a man eager for conflict, but I am here to tell you that conflict exists with or without me. It exists, it thrives each time that men anywhere are allowed to believe that some of them are somehow superior to others, and that is a conflict that we Guri will not abide. If we are to survive this harsh world, if all of us are to survive, it will be because we have met one another with open hands, not thrashing fists. We come today to claim our place as equals among you. Abina, Clark, Davidich, they're back! They? Abina, who are you? The Tarabans! Clark, they're burning us to the ground! Oh my god. What? Clark, let go of me! I must tell Kobe! No, that's exactly what the Taraba want. To send your brother running home. Abina, let me handle this. How? No, Kobe must know. Our homes. Children. I must tell him. No, Abina. There's a better way. Pa, forgive me.
Where did the sister go? I was sure I saw her. She was supposed to drive Sulu away. Very well. Regrettable, but this forces us to act more directly. Silence him. So, we must no longer look to our neighbors to give us a voice. We must be heard on our own. Mr. Lasulu, come with us. You are under arrest.
What? On what charge? Wait, what's he guilty of? I'm speaking the truth. This is absurd. Officer, release me. Everyone please stay calm. Leave. Now. Clark. Out of the way. You are obstructing justice. People, please. This accomplishes nothing. I shall go with him if it will bring peace. Take your hands off me. Steven, get this on film. No, let the man speak. Let him speak. Reporting live where mob violence has exploded. Asuru, shut up. There, that's the last of them. Abina, say something. Oh, God. Jesus, somebody help him. Nobody saw. No, get away from me. What are you? Abina, hold tight. Kobe needs you. Kobe, who? The man with the scarred face. He's headed for a getaway car. He thinks he can run from me in broad daylight. Think again. Kobe! Who? Representative Kabil, what's your connection? Explain what just happened. Sir, a man lies dying. True, you're involved with... No. Kobe, it's Clark. Hang on. We're going to the hospital. Kobe, don't let go. Kobe. You're not the first, Abina. You're scared of me now. Don't worry, I won't stay.
I suppose we owe you for the good you have done. No terrorist can speak of you without revealing his own deeds. If the Guri maintain a similar silence, will that cancel our debt?
No debt. Abina, I'm so sorry. Abina.
Why couldn't you have stopped this?
I had no choice. Abina, I had to save the people he wanted saved. I miss him too. Kobe Asuru will be remembered as a great man with a simple legacy. He was who he was. And the world will be a better place for it. 3 days later, Kansas.
Doggone seed gets heavier every year. You'd think we were planting anvils. Jonathan Kent, you're getting awful long in the tooth for this.
I also harvested the North 40 before you drove up. Can I have a raise in my allowance?
Good to see you, son. Darn good. Let's go surprise your ma. She's in her little hobby room.
What's up in the sky this time, Ma? A bird or a plane?
Clark!
You know, given a quarter century, you could have made one heck of a quilt instead.
You shush. Yes, I started this just hoping to find out some more about you, but it got to be fun. No one saw you fly in, did they, son? Your ma tells me satellite technology gets more sophisticated every day.
Told you before, Pa. I can see their transmissions. Just have to weave between them is all. You guys look great. How's the town? What's the buzz these days?
Clark, you don't have to hint around. There's been no news since she up and left. No one's heard from Lana Lang for years.
And Lex?
Oh, he's turned up. Bad pennies tend to do that. He's in Metropolis, started his own company, I hear. And that's all I want the Luthor name discussed in this house. You boys wash up and get to the table. And then there was the night you two dropped in on Area 51. Were they not pleased? And that time you needed vaccinations for school. Clark, 25 years ago today, we found you in that rocket, crashed in a field, and in all the time since.
I've been trouble.
You've been the best thing that ever happened to us. Keeping your secret, that was trouble. Can you imagine what the world would have made of you if they'd learned what you can do?
Well, we're about to find out. Walk with me to the barn.
Clark, we don't like the sound of...
Ah, here it is. Stand back. Thanks. There, hasn't deteriorated one bit, has it?
Clark, what do you mean we're about to find...
Always seemed every bit as tough as I am. Something about how the sun fortifies our alien cellular structure is my guess, given how good it feels to drink sunlight in.
Clark...
It's still here, the banner. Good, it's been on my mind. Its colors, its insignia. Clearly this meant a great deal to my forefathers. Well, it's time it meant more to me.
I know that look. He's made up his mind about... something. Clark, what are you trying to say?
Ma, Pa, you've always taught me to do right by people. That's the greatest gift you ever gave me. But I feel like I'm working with my hands tied, hiding all the time, keeping myself secret, keeping myself isolated. Something happened in Africa, something pretty awful. But for a minute, just 1 minute, and for the first time, I got called upon to give my all, to have purpose, and it felt amazing. Like I was finally a part of something rather than standing alone on the sidelines. Like I was connected to the world. And man, I want to feel that way again. That means no longer running from who I really am.
You're Clark Kent. You're our son.
But I'm also someone else, Pa. It's time I started finding out who he really is. And I have a good idea where to start. Ma, you still sew?
And some leather for the boots.
Will this do?
Possibly. If we mold it around your feet, can you heat weld the seams?
It worked with the tunic. Thanks again, Ma. It's not like I can just take this project to a tailor. No. I think we're wise keeping all this to ourselves.
You're really excited about this.
Not having to lie low anymore? It's going to feel like climbing out of a full body cast. Now, here's what I was thinking for the colors.
Clark, age 4. Make a wish, Clark. Now blow. Son, there's a crack in the barn's center beam, and the tractor's got a clogged fuel line. When you get a minute, I could use some help.
Oh, sure, Pa. I'll get right on it. That's not quite the look we're going for, Ma. Here. Let me fire up the tablet so you can see. Like that. Like them.
Amazing. Just amazing. Your father and I always figured you were from somewhere extraordinary. But this...
I know, Ma. It's like the tablet's a history text and an atlas rolled into one. Obviously, we can't read the text, but I could look at the pictures all day. Couldn't you? Look at them. Explorers, scientists, men and women conquering the harshest frontiers and planting their banner in resolute defiance. This is the race who sent me here, Ma. Why, we have no clue. But clearly they put this in my spacecraft because they wanted me to know my home. They wanted me to carry on for them here. Like it's my calling. My birthright. And if I follow it, everything else falls into place. Uh-oh.
What? Hear something? A field mouse stubbed its toe again?
No, the tractor. While we were touring another planet, Pa got it running again. Sorry, Pa. Lost track of time. But Ma and I are making real headway. Pretty soon
you can go play acting in your little costume. That's great. Jonathan Kent. That's never a good tone. At last he speaks. Jonathan, what's got into you? Ever since Clark came home, you've been acting like he's a bother. Did he do something to upset you? Got no axe to grind. Don't see the problem. The problem is, Clark's going through a huge change, and all this talk about his destiny and his heritage, it's a lot for him to deal with. You were always good at keeping his feet on the ground, Jonathan. Talk to him. Maybe he comes from the stars, but he needs to be reminded he's just like you and me. Well, that's just it, isn't it? He's not. Jonathan, you can't really believe that. And to say it! What if he heard you? I remember when I was a little girl, Mr. Potter, who taught astronomy, swore there was life out there, and I made fun of him, same as everybody. That was too big an idea for Smallville. Then your pa and I found that ship of yours in Sutton's Field, and I've been wishing I could apologize to Mr. Potter ever since. Hardest secret I ever had to keep, Clark. Are we alone in the universe? Is a question man has asked since time began, and you're the answer. What are you doing?
Just poking around. Found out last year that I could focus my vision like a microscope, and it's been a while since I've examined the rocket. 7 years.
7 years! Long time to be gone, son. And every year we saw you less.
I wrote, sent email. Pa read it, right?
More like I read it to him. He takes to computers like turkeys take to Thanksgiving. You know that. What?
Nothing. You'd think someone who didn't get along with his own father would be a little warmer to his son.
In the first place, Matthew Kent was a spiteful, needy man who worked hard to make Jonathan feel stupid and insecure. And in the second place, don't you dare presume that your father feels any different towards you now than he always has.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Pardon?
I said, so what is eating Pa? Just that I've hurt his feelings being away so long, or is there more to it?
I don't know.
Hey, Pa, we were just talking about you. Listen, Ma and I are really coming along. Can I show you the...
Okay, I don't want to get in the way of all the hoopla.
Pa, stop. If you don't approve of this choice I'm making, just say...
Who am I not to approve? If you can use your gifts to help folks out, Clark, then more power to you.
But
I've got some fence posts to shore up out near the creek.
I can do that for you in a jiff.
No, I've got it under control.
All right, then.
Come on, Clark. Oh no.
What on earth was that about?
Clark, put me down.
Not until you talk to me. Pa, I know you, and that's not you. Why were you wailing on the rocket?
No good reason. Pretty damn fool thing to do. Won't happen again.
Pa, stop looking so nervous. I'm not going to drop you. You know that. You've never been up here before.
Nope.
I've never taken you. It never occurred to me that you'd want to...
Fly? Why wouldn't I? Guess you don't know me as well as we thought, huh? Don't feel bad, Clark. That's my fault. And now I'm paying for it. I failed, Clark. I wanted to be your real father.
You are my...
No, I tried. But a dad's job is to give to his son. Pass along what he knows, and enough of who he is to matter. That's their bond. And if ours was that strong, 7 years apart wouldn't wipe it out. I didn't say anything because I wanted to believe it hadn't broken, Clark. But then you come back only to tell me you didn't even want my name anymore. That you're gonna go off and create a whole new identity for yourself. I miss my son.
Is that what you meant when you said I wasn't like you?
I didn't mean for you to hear.
Doesn't matter. Not like you. Not like a man who left home when he was 18 to find his place in the world. Who was strong enough to go figure out who he was rather than let others decide that for him. Was that hard for you?
Very.
Then where do you think I got the courage to do the same thing?
Not like you.
All right, Pa, yes. A new identity, but I don't want to stop being Clark Kent. So more like a dual identity. Somehow.
I don't understand. You want the suit to have a mask?
Can't. There's the problem. If I want people to trust me, they'll have to be able to see my face.
Then maybe the flying alien isn't the half of you that needs a disguise. For heaven's sake, son, I don't need X-ray vision to see your six-pack. No t-shirts, ever. Every girl you pass will notice you.
Really?
Don't get excited. That's not what we're going for. Here, try this on. Better, and remember to keep your hair tamed. Now, let's hear your voice.
7 years ago.
A little higher and softer. Jonathan, where's that suit jacket?
It's a little too softer. It's a little too big in the shoulders.
Which is what you want. Stop standing up so straight. Hang your head a little. And you'll be able to do this every day.
I'll have to if this is going to work. So, what do you think?
Not but no, not quite. You'll need something more.
What, you mean like a wig or something?
Like that wouldn't attract attention. The goal, as I understand it, is not to stand out. And the problem is your eyes. That blue, Clark, is unlike anything else on Earth, and that's not just your mother talking. You've been getting compliments on your eyes for as long as I can remember. All the slouching in the world won't hide them. Here's a thought.
Martha, what are you... Oh, I get it. Reckon that'll help?
Let's see.
Whoa, strong prescription.
You can look through walls. Work with me here. The way the light refracts through the lens, it doesn't change the color, but it does cut it.
Glasses. That'll fool 'em.
Hush, they take attention away from your eyes and change the shape of your face. The rest is in how you carry yourself around folks. Never give them anything to look at. Once in Kansas City, your pa and I saw this play about twins. Turned out in the end, both parts were played by the same actor. And Clark, I'll bet not one person in the audience realized. Find some books, study that craft.
That said, are you sure surrounding yourself with reporters is the smartest career move?
I'm a journalist, Pa, and I'm good at it. Besides, working in a newsroom means I'm first to hear when I'm, needed. Then again, what? Then again, working in a newsroom means I'm around people whose job is to expose the truth. If people see through me, if I blow it, you and Pa spend the rest of your lives explaining me to the government. I can't put you at risk like that.
Son, you've done for us and worried for us all your life. It's time you did what you have to do. And whatever comes out of that, we'll handle it. It is a gamble, but we trust you. You've never let us down. We'll just cross our fingers and clear the mantle for your Oscar. Besides, you want to keep a big secret, you keep it in a big city. There's New York, Gotham, Los Angeles. Have you decided where you want to end up?
Where? Where else is there? Excuse me, cab driver? Cabbie? Sir?
What are you in pardons? But the gentleman's voice cannot be heard over the din of traffic in these streets.
Come again? Oh, right. I was wondering about the army copters in the sky. What's going on?
Dollars and taxation at work. The mayor has permitted our military to test some sort of automatic anti-terrorist aircraft this fine afternoon. Rather unsettling, I must say. But then, given the manner in which we volley between yellow and orange alerts, I suppose we do what we must to feel safer, yes? One longs for the past when the people of this city seem fearless. Alas, their present is poisoned with anxiety. Nowadays, it is as if everyone is simply waiting for trouble to occur as a natural course. If it takes something in the sky to give them hope, so be it. The gentleman was not aware of this development. Do you not listen to the news?
I've been a little absorbed. I'll make up for it. Just drop me off at the corner. I'm in a bit of a rush. Got a job interview in 5 minutes. This must be the place.
I'm on deadline here. Fact checkers to the Metro desk.
Perry wants a homepage refresh now. System says 5 minutes.
Ron, police commissioner on line 2. Need more service for the international page.
White House corroborates the story. Then upload. Let's go.
Because I own you, you intern twit. Now, you will wear this wastebasket on your head so you can hear the gentle reinforcing echo as you say 100 times, Mr. Galloway asked me for strawberry, not berry banana. Ready, Jack?
It's Jim, actually.
Your name is whatever I put on your too generous paycheck, you lout!
That's not Perry White.
Oh, God, no. That's Quentin Galloway, the publisher.
Does he treat everyone in the newsroom like this?
Today's one of his good days. Man, this is hard to watch, but, what are you gonna do?
Hey! His name is Jimmy Olsen. Jim. Quiet. Jimmy, not lout, not twit. You think you're a big shot, publicly humiliating an employee because you're in a bad mood about Frogurt is small and it is petty.
Lois Lane, didn't you used to be somebody? Why aren't you on the trail of some UFO or crop circle or some other oogity boogity? Slow news day?
Back off. You pay for our work, not our dignity. I do not like bullies, and you will not push good people around just because you're bigger. Not while I'm here. What? I think I'm in love.
And when exactly are you here, Miss Lane? Travel vouchers for Kuala Lumpur, Toronto, Gulfport, Mississippi. 6 months ago you had a reputation. You had respect. Not mine, of course, but apparently that of your peers. But that was before you locked onto some fairy tale and began following so-called leads all over the world. A gravity-defying strongman in khakis and a leather jacket who does good deeds? La-dee-da! Do you realize your co-workers call this Lois Lane's loony lark? Says Lane, you'll believe a man can fly!
Hundreds of people saw that lark catch a falling space shuttle a few weeks back.
Yes, almost as many as believe that Andy Kaufman is still alive. Meanwhile, hundreds more have different explanations for it landing safely, and NASA denies everything.
My investigation isn't done, and you're changing the subject. You want to have temper tantrums, be my guest. But if you want an efficient news organization full of adults, stop poisoning it with childishness. You're a leader. I expect better from you. You are so my hero. Again, you have got to start setting your sights higher. You're not going to start following me around again, are you? What did the restraining order say? 50 feet? 50 feet. Be good and I'll make it 30. Wow. Pardon. Just, well handled. You'll, still be here tomorrow, right? Oh, sure. By now, Galloway has called Perry, and they're deciding what Perry can trade this time to keep me on staff.
Mr. Kent, Editor White will see you now.
Kent. Wait. Clark Kent. You filed that piece on Osuru. You read it? Turn up the volume. What? I said, you read it? Yeah. Doesn't sound like you were impressed. No, I mean, yes, but from your writing, the way you come across in print, I just assumed you'd be, I don't know, taller?
Mr. Kent, he's waiting.
Right behind you. Sorry. Wow.
Oh, jeez, what happened to my stapler?
You can't be for real.
In what way, Mr. White?
Come on, Kent. You've been sitting there muttering and squirming and staring at your shoes for 10 minutes. No one's shoes are that interesting. How the hell did someone as shy as you get an interview with Garrison terrorists or Chief Justice Benton? Why aren't you a bank teller? Why do you want to work here?
Well...
Spit it out, Kent!
Because, Mr. White, you have the fastest, most reliable news service in the world. Whenever a story happens, the Planet gets it first, and has it webbed and in print while the New York Times is still fishing for sources. Your staff is that good, and I'm that good. I wish I could convey how critical this is to me, Mr. White. I need to be where the speed of information is priority one. My work depends on spotting trouble as it breaks.
The mouse can roar. Anything else you want to tell me?
Whoops. Oh gosh, I'm sorry, Mr. White. I get clumsy when I'm nervous and all.
It's all right, Kent. I'll clean up later. But I can't leave the pens. Kent, here's the tragedy. My reporters are the best because they are never afraid to write the truth. And son, you have got fear written all over you. I can't use you.
You don't know me.
Prove it. If you've got what it takes, Kent, show me. Show me right now or stop wasting my time.
Mr. White!
Kent, yelling just makes me think you're crazy.
Get down! Oh my god, what's happening?
The copters! Someone's maneuvering the copters to attack! Mike, didn't you file a story saying this was impossible? That they're not even armed?
That's what I was told, I swear! That's it, people. Keep staring out the windows, nothing to see here. I get clumsy when I'm nervous. Nice acting, De Niro. Well, Here's your chance to redeem yourself. God, please don't let me look ridiculous.
Lois! Call the Pentagon! Find somebody who can explain... Lois! Where's Lane?
Up there? Are you insane? Galloway was right, kid. I need a big story. Besides, you wanted to be a reporter. And relax, military family. I've been flying birds like this since I was 9. Whoops, throttles this one. Sorry. So wrong. So wrong. No. Front page. Buckle up and get that camera ready. Over there, that restaurant. Oh, I see it. Nobody's hurt yet, but it's just a matter of time. Bite your tongue. Miss Lane, look out! Jimmy! Oh! No, oh God, not like this. Oh God, oh God. Holy whatever. It's you. It's really you. Don't be afraid. I'm not. Sky, copters, artillery, danger. Go, go, go. Then we talk. She's not afraid. Tanya! My leg! LeBron! Run! No! Tanya, get up, please, baby. You gotta be kidding me. Two at a time, huh? Bring it. Lex?
What do you mean they've got a rogue, Private? There's nobody in them! I understand that, General Pickford, sir. Someone's overridden our remote control of the copters. This is no longer an anti-terrorism test over Metropolis. Now this is a full-blown attack on the city. Then abort the mission, now! Vaporized self-destruct's been overridden as well, sir, and we can't shoot them down in an urban environment. Then how did 2 of them just fall into the East River? Our instruments say they were taken down by a missile. Not a missile, sir. According to our field witnesses, it was a flying man. In a red cape. In a red cape? I know. And just where is Peter Pan now, son? Apparently whoever took command of the copters also armed them, General. They hit this flying man with AGM-65, sir, who, whatever he was, nothing we know could have survived.
Well, that won't happen again.
Who is that guy?
98.7 to Metropolis Tower, this is Metro Air 48. Roger, Unit 12. All flights, this is Metropolis Tower. Received word, if possible, news dispatch head for Midtown. Playing the hits of today, if you're not busy. All units respond! All units respond! Prepare to reroute effective immediately. We have a situation. And tomorrow with less. Wait, this just in. Terrorist attacks on Midtown. Skyscraper evacuations have begun. Could meet at... Oh my God!
Hustle, everybody, let's go! Go!
Quit shoving! Shut up and move! Hurry! Heard they shot out the Metro Tower. Whole place could collapse. Oh God, don't let us die! Come on, people. We can't sneak up until the stairwells are cleared. I don't know about this. Have I failed you yet? You want to keep a flying man in sight, you climb the city's tallest building. You got a better idea? Nope.
Know as much as you do, Mr. Luthor. Well, I mean, that's not possible, but, who is he? No visible means of negating gravity, impervious to bullets and explosions, and God knows what else. Juris, are you there? Sir, we have a visual. The last chopper's just gone down in the park.
I'll call you back. I'd prefer you make an appointment. Shut up. 2 dead, 17 injured. Is this what you've come to? I beg your pardon. Do I know you? I've never met anyone like you. You can drop the innocent businessman act. You may have fooled this city, but you're not fooling me. You're responsible for this. Innocent people suffered because the remote units in those helicopters were sabotaged with ultrasonic signals. I traced them to your towers and to this office. You traced these alleged signals. How? I saw them. Oh, well, that'd hold up in court. You know what court is, yes? Where I bankrupt you for false accusations and property damage. Where I find out how you can fly by suing the technology right off your back. Who designed your force field, your anti-gravity, Star Labs, Cord technology? You will answer me. Are you threatening me? I'm trying to figure you out, but call it what you...
Sir, are you alright? We had an explosion and... Hey, you! Freeze!
No.
Ah!
Heat came out of your eyes. You melted state-of-the-art ordnance. Add it to my bill, you diseased maniac. I don't know why you interfered with this defense test, but I will find out. May I quote you?
Hey, where'd you come from? Get out of here!
No. Lex Luthor, Lois Lane, Daily Planet. What's your connection either to this attack on Metropolis or this man, who saved it in full view of thousands of bystanders? Miss Lane, you may assure your readers that everyone at LexCorp knows this disaster for the senseless tragedy it is. My heart goes out to its victims, and my hand to their protector. This stranger's amazing actions no doubt prevented the loss of countless lives, meaning that whoever he may be, he is a friend to Lex Luthor. Bring me that camera.
Hey!
Quiet, lady. Kay, who wants first shot at this snot?
Freedom of the press! Freedom of the press!
Jimmy, don't let go! Take that! This office is private property. Get out of here! All of you! Now! First time he's listened to you, Luthor. He didn't look particularly happy about his visit. Good day. Security! My camera! And stay out! I let you down. It wasn't your fault, kid. Come on, let's get back to the newsroom. There's still plenty of story here. But no pictures, no proof. God, nobody's ever caught Luthor acting like that before. You really could have nailed... I'm sorry, Miss Lane. Thank you! Who is that guy? Now, boys. Calling this the story of the century might be a little much. Oh, what the heck. Go ahead. Chief,
speaking. Not to interrupt the Pulitzer Awards going on in your darling imagination, but I want you to meet your new partner. Say something, Kent.
Hi.
Quite the chatterbox, isn't he?
Partner?
Just for a while he learns the ropes. I wasn't going to hire him, but he filed one hell of an expose on the chopper sabotage. Seems the engineer at Wayne Tech who headed the defense contract and built the test choppers, one Paul Paxton, used to go by his real name of Otto Juris, back when he worked for LexCorp. LexCorp was bidding against Wayne Tech for this contract. With the copter's spectacular failure, Luthor's company was a shoo-in. Because while Kent couldn't prove a definite connection, the government nevertheless took LexCorp out of the running. That's the first dirt anyone's turned up on Luthor that I can remember. I'd say that earns Kent his shot.
Off a pretty thin lead. How'd you stumble across it? Overheard somebody. Followed a hunch. What are you looking at? You. Don't know why this didn't strike me earlier, but you seem familiar. Give me a moment. I'm sure it's nothing. Hang on. Forget it. Whew. Dear Ma, it worked. Though Luthor was another matter altogether. That's right, Ma. I found Lex today, completely by accident. What a huge disappointment. In the back of my mind, I guess I'd always hoped that we could be friends again someday. But the way he's changed, and what he's changed into... Don't worry, I kept to the shadows. And he didn't seem to recognize his old pal Clark. True, he hasn't seen me since I was a teenager, but I'd still hope to get a little more practice at hiding my secret before dangling it in front of the world's smartest man. I can't help worrying that he could put two and two together at any moment. Still, this whole dual identity thing. Ma, we had our doubts, but it might just work. Already there's a woman here, and wow, by the way, who's hung a name on me for when I'm in the suit. Don't laugh when you see it. Who knows? Maybe it'll come to mean something. Gotta go. Love, Clark. Colorado, Echo Park, a division of LexCorp.
Mr. Luthor, sir, what a pleasant surprise. If you'd phoned ahead, we would have sent for lunch.
Skip the pleasantries, Dr. Chun. I spent the ride in reviewing last month's data. You followed up on the narrowband spike of October 14th.
A supernova in sky sector J172, nothing more.
And the multiple signal on the 29th.
Atmospheric interference, that's all. Mr. Luthor, please be assured that every scientist in this observatory shares your passion for the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. The research breakthroughs you made when you were just a boy are still the foundation of our efforts, and we are grateful for your funding. But scanning the skies for errant messages is about faith as much as it is about math, sir. It's a very long-term investment. If you've come to shut us down just because we're not producing...
Put your worries to rest, Doctor. I want you to keep monitoring the stars. I have faith. And you never know when concrete affirmation of alien life might actually present itself. Still, tell your team to switch to the emergency generators. There's about to be a brief power outage. I'll take the elevator down. Marcy, clear my appointments for tomorrow. Tell Mr. Kent I would like to see him.
Reporting live from St. Martin's Junior High just outside Metropolis, where, moments ago, 2 students carrying a gym bag full of firearms wounded a security guard and stormed inside on a reported shooting spree. Terrified cell phone messages from inside report no fatalities as of yet, but hostage negotiations have been complicated by the arrival of the mysterious figure known so far only as Superman, who, seconds ago, ignoring police barricades, flew into the school and... Oh my God! Tom, get down! Ladies and gentlemen, school windows are exploding in a hail of... gunfire? Tom, get a shot of this! I remind viewers we're live on the scene, where Superman has brought the teenage shooters into custody in a matter of moments. Superman, can we have a word with you?
Superman?
No word, as he has since his arrival in Metropolis last week. This Superman has left a scene of righted chaos as quickly as he arrived, wrapped in silence and a red cloak. This is Bonnie Nathan reporting from...
The boys said they bought those weapons from you.
Where'd you... I don't sell to kids. That's a black market. I don't know what you're talking about.
I can hear your heartbeat. You're lying. 1 minute ago, I saw a little girl screaming because she was staring down the barrel of a gun. She was 9, and she will remember it for the rest of her life. Now you will too.
Freeze, dirtbag! Raise your hands! I don't think he can, sir. What the?
Faster than a speeding bullet. Government, local authorities disavow knowledge of Superman. Superman, hero or vigilante? Where do you stand? Vote. Vote? Anybody know where Lois is?
Same place she is every morning at 8:45.
And Troop's story. You let him get by with second-hand sources again. Come on, Chief. And are you really sure McVaughn belongs on the crime beat? Chief, isn't he more of a features guy? I always thought he was a features guy. Hey, you know who'd be better for National? Soloway. I don't understand why you don't use him more. Who picked this photograph? Chief, that's really annoying. See, I wouldn't have gone with that angle. You know what I mean?
Chief, receptionist says you have a call online. Don't call me Chief!
Head roaring. Jimmy, you didn't take this photo, did you?
Can't hear you. Wait, ears clearing.
Kids!
Uh-oh.
I just got word from Lex Luthor's office. His people claim Luthor himself asked to meet with you. An invitation order to come by the paintball in the Oval Office. And you postponed! Twice!
The Doc Strike story
Can wait! Luthor is one of the most important figures in this city. One of the most innovative inventors in the world. He requested to be interviewed and you didn't jump at it! Kent, what planet are you from? Lois, take Kent over to LexCorp and show him how this is done. Now!
You're slowing me up. Sorry. You can tell Perry I know the ropes by now. I realize you're sick of babysitting me. True, but the value add is that I get to spar with Lex, which gives me an outlet for my rage, so I'll deal. Disavow knowledge. Gah. Pardon? Today's lead. That's what's chapping my butt. Perry could have found a million ways to spin that Superman story so that we weren't endorsing fear. I'm sure Mr. White didn't intend. I've been following the story longer than anyone, right? If there's an authority on Superman, it's me, not Perry. Not anyone else at the planet.
Do you have an appointment?
Press pass, I know you're in here. And whether Superman's called yet. And that's not the point, because it's not like I'm sitting by the phone waiting for his call, even though he has had my number for 168 hours and 15 minutes, and I am not counting. Lane and Kent to see the big man. Thanks. But I would stake my reputation on my objective opinion. He is here to help, and we can trust him.
And he's hot.
And he's hot. I mean, that's not... Oh, just buzz us in already.
And tell the senator to stop claiming that I'm trying to copyright a vaccine for AIDS.
Just trademark. Just trademark. Yeah, you gotta keep that Luthor name alive somehow. I think there's a woman in Penobscot, Maine, who hasn't heard it.
And yet, I work hard to make her life better nonetheless. Miss Lane, reception said the planet had sent 2 bulldogs. That must make you Mr. Kent.
Hello, Lex. It's been a long time since Smallville.
Mr. Kent, I'm not familiar with Smallville. If you're claiming that you and I have met before, that makes the second time you've lied about me this week.
When did I lie?
I asked you here for 2 reasons. First, to let you know how displeased I was with your story regarding the helicopter attack on Metropolis. You accused me of being somehow responsible.
No, I simply pointed out the connection between LexCorp and...
I read the piece, Kent. Your insinuation was quite clear and not at all amusing.
I appreciate your anger, but
Not anger. Disappointment that White could hire such an amateur. My being unaware of every tiny action of LexCorp's vast staff is, if not desirable, eminently understandable. Your concentration on trivial minutiae, however, in the face of a much larger truth that threatens the entire world, is unforgivable.
Translation.
You're missing the big story. Allow me to spell it out for you. Dr. Aaron, has this morning's data been input?
Yes, Mr. Luthor.
Splendid. Let me show you where I do my thinking. No need to leave. It'll come to us. Here's something about LexCorp that's often taken for granted. The vast majority of our patents and discoveries, from new aircraft designs right down to basic home improvements, have their foundation in the study of astrobiology.
The study of extraterrestrial life. Gee, Luthor, what do you know that we don't?
Set the thimble to the bucket. Ever since I was a boy, I've been utterly fascinated by the possibility of alien life forms. Like Maya and Sagan before me, I'm convinced we're not alone in the universe. Take Neptune, for example. 30 times more distant from the sun than is Earth. Surface temperatures at their highest 300 below Fahrenheit. What little sunlight reaches has to penetrate thick cloud bands. It's impossible to conceive that sentient organisms could exist under such frigid, dark conditions. Yet our probes have gathered sufficient evidence to envision the ice worms that could thrive there. Hypothetically, they feed on the geothermal energy created by digesting the planet's hydrogen and sulfur compounds. With that in mind, I designed a deep-sea explorer unit that could do the same. I expect the patent to come through next week. Mercury, of course, presents its own unique problems. Hotter than hot, solids like phosphorus boil under the sun's rays. The only way for life to survive here, data suggests, is to make its home the sky, gliding constantly through the sparse atmosphere on molecules, thin photon-reflecting wings. Taking our cue, we're fabricating spacecraft that can use similar solar-fueled means to sail the stars. Last October, our instruments gathered information regarding a planet in the Proxima Centauri system, where silicon, not carbon, would be the basis of—
Not that this isn't fascinating, Luthor. Me, I just take a hot bath when I need to meditate. But how is all this hollow theta rigmarole a front-page splash?
It isn't. This, however, is. I've been cataloging the natural abilities Superman has thus far demonstrated. His senses are inhuman. Eyewitnesses claim he has uncanny hearing, as well as eyes that can see X-rays and other energy wavelengths, and even emit them in the case of infrared. He can control his personal gravitational field. His muscles, presumably by processing solar radiation, the only conceivably sufficient energy source, can shatter diamond, and are sheathed in an epidermis stronger than titanium, yet common in appearance. Where do you suppose such a being comes from? Metropolis? Japan? Penobscot, Maine? Try here. A mega-gravity planet dwarfing Jupiter, orbiting a star emitting only the dimmest of red light. By my best calculations, these and only these are the environment factors which would force a humanoid to evolve ocular nerves and cellular tissue to Superman's exact specifications. This is your story, Miss Lane. Your so-called Superman isn't a man at all. He's an extraterrestrial, a strange visitor from another planet, and I have proof.
That's a strong accusation, Luthor.
I'm a clever man, Lois, and I must admit, so is he. Why do you think he operates so openly? Why do you imagine he wears a costume so bright you can see it coming for miles? To cultivate our trust. The question is, to what end? What is he really hiding?
You said you had proof, Lex.
Irrefutable evidence, Mr. Kent. And in time—
What is it? How do you know all this?
In time, I'll share. For now, let's be content simply to bask in my genius. I knew there had to be beings out there more advanced than the ones that litter this mud ball. Who knows what we can learn from them?
Let's go. Right behind you.
Oh, the hip bone's connected to the backbone. The backbone's connected to the anti-gravity neural network.
Do you think Luthor's right? I don't know! Would it matter? I don't know. When we first walked in, you acted like you and Lex were old friends. Long time ago. He doesn't seem to remember, which is its own mystery. Though, to be honest, I was kind of hoping he wouldn't. Shame. Thought maybe you could shed some light on his motives. Why the big obsession with finding extraterrestrials? Looking back, Lois. I think he just wants someone to talk to.
Write it up!
On what basis, Mr. White? Until he presents his alleged evidence, it's all conjecture on Luthor's part.
Right! And the key word in that sentence isn't conjecture, it's Luthor!
What is his proof? What is his credibility?
Other than years of proving himself to be the leading expert in this entire field? Are you kidding me? This isn't a crackpot theory, Kent. The very fact that Luthor's making these claims about Superman is news. Either you write it up, or I'll hire someone who will. This is the career you wanted, Kent. Superman isn't your problem.
Not one of us. Astrobiologist Luthor claims Superman is a being from space.
And as to how this affects what people think of him, well...
The engineers had a stroke. Is there a doctor here? For God's sake, please, won't somebody step forward?
We'll just have to see.
Monday.
Congratulations, Phoebe. The whole newsroom signed your card.
Card?
Happy birthday, dear Phoebe.
Tuesday. Lois, could you pass the, Lois, so, anyway, I say to Perry, I say, Senator Hastings is a lout. Wednesday.
All done? Yep, cut the lights. Wait, anyone left? Not so's I noticed.
Thursday. Lois, Jimmy, good thing you called. I was headed to the wrong restaurant. Me too. I thought you fellows were across the street. Me too.
We were, but hey, Perry wants a rewrite by morning.
Ah, what? Code speak for let's all pretend to call it a night, then reconvene elsewhere. Who'd you masterminds ditch this time?
The new guy. Trent? Kent. Whatever, which only reinforces my point. The guy has the charisma of a mailbox. You hardly even realize he's there, and then you remember he's been standing next to you for 10 minutes. It's like he's going out of his way to be dull.
Harsh, he's just shy. He's strictly arts section, page 4, under the fold. No one gives a damn about that. We want front page. Besides, he's not too shy. You realize he's got a crush on you, right? Who doesn't? I'm just saying. Go on. So he's dull. He's not a bore you with mind-numbing jabber guy. It's no crime to be quiet. You want him to wear a red cape? It's the only way he'd get your attention. Hardy har har. Look, you could at least try to feel guilty about cutting Kent out of your little reindeer games. Yeah. He's not hurting anybody. What if he walked in here right now and saw what you did to him? Then maybe he'd show a little emotion. Maybe we'd get a glimpse at what's inside that guy. Why would that be so awful? Lois, I'm sure Kent means well, but... Anything else for you, sir?
Off the bridge! Move it!
Oh, Jesus! Look out! Look out! Look out!
Is that him?
Who? The alien? Gee, you think? What's he doing? Yeah, dude, he's got a hold of the cables! My God, look at him. Go, Superman, go!
Dude's a hero! Dude's a hero! Oh, please. First the bang, now the whimper.
Oh, no.
Oh my God, he's not holding the bridge!
He's tearing it down! Run! Run!
Beautiful, framed like a Rembrandt. And if my theories are correct, there's icing on this cake.
Nobody panic. Take my hand and I'll...
Help! Help me! Somebody help! Don't hurt me! Please!
I promise. Grab my arm. Only chance. That's it.
You sound hurt! Are you hurt? What's wrong?
I don't know. Demolition Man. Luthor.
Luthor?
Smallville.
On the bridge. That's the same pain you felt when you were 15, right?
Nausea, fever, sudden weakness. It's not like I can catch the flu, Ma. That was exactly like what I went through at 15, and Lex was connected to that, too. He's the key. He lived here that year. We were friends. And you're telling me there's no record of him in Smallville at all? School enrollment, county clerk, newspaper files.
Purged, altered, or destroyed. Hardly beyond a man as rich and powerful as Lex became. I suppose people remember. I asked around, Martha. Principal Goodwin, Lana's family. You'd be surprised at how many folks have been encouraged to change the subject whenever the Luthor name came up.
Rich and powerful.
I'm thinking.
What?
I recognize that million-mile stare, the one that says, I blame myself. Clark, think back. You tried your best to help Lex. Remember?
Ma, I'm home. Can you set an extra place for dinner?
Always. How was school today? I see you made a friend.
Working on it. Lex, this is my mom. Ma, this is Lex Luthor. He's new in class from Metropolis.
Pleased to meet you, Lex. I just made lemonade. Would you like some?
No.
Okay. Then make yourself at home, sweetie. Clark, can you help me with this jar? Seems awfully old for 9th grade.
That's because he used his placement test to doodle diagrams for a quantum-powered computer that made Mrs. Hofster go pale. Plus, the principal's holding a grudge because Lex didn't ask permission before fixing the coal furnace in 4 minutes by inventing and constructing a clean-burning heat pump that could probably win every science award there is.
My, is that why you're so late?
No, we're late because he got detention an hour later for calling Joey Calhoun an ignorant orangutan during an oral quiz, then bursting into tears.
Joey? Your quarterback. Oh dear.
Lex isn't destined to be very popular, is he? Honestly, I get the feeling he's used to it.
You showed him around. I'm pretty sure Lex had never seen a farm before that afternoon.
You know, I asked him. He just grunted. Hi, Pa. What you puttering with?
This old milking machine's down again. They don't even make parts for it anymore. Hoped I could salvage it. Thought I heard you giving someone the nickel tour.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Kent. Low.
Hey, Pa, would it be okay if I took care of my chores after dinner? They won't take but a blink, and that way I can spend time with...
What in the... Shut that off! But you're scaring the devil out of the cow, son. Shut it off!
It's twice as efficient now. Why are they scared? Lex, they're cows. Pa, don't be mad. I'm sure Lex was just trying to pitch in around... Lex! Hold up! Lex! Lex, wait! Pa wasn't yelling at you. He was yelling over the noise. Lex, want to see the coolest thing? Huh. What did you have to do to get this? Nothing. I have a birthday. My Uncle Kendall sent it. It's a really nice one. Wait, someone gave you this?
For free? That's how a birthday works. It's a clear night. You can see the Capella star. It's in the Auriga constellation. Follow the handle of the Little Dipper to... I know where Capella is. I'm not stupid. I didn't say you were. But you're off by about 6 degrees southwest. Which is the brighter mission nebula, Orion or Pleiades? Trick question. Pleiades is a reflection nebula visible by its superheated gas and dust, not its actual stars, which tend to be cooler. Very good. I didn't think anyone else in Smallville knew that. Live and learn. So you're going to open this window, or what? And then Mr. Hugh, he's the physics teacher. Mr. Hugh argued that there can't be anything on the spectrum between ultraviolet and X-rays, that there's no room. But I think, I mean, obviously, not that I could base this on anything, but what if he's wrong? Can't be anything. Clark, how do you find the strength to get out of bed in the morning? Weird. I figured I'd be freezing out here, but there's a warm current. Probably from the house. My mom called your dad. He said you could stay out as long as you wanted. Because he cares. I'm never going to fit in here, am I? In Smallville? Sure, I think if you... No. Here. What? Earth? I'm sorry. I thought you were joking. Never mind. You wouldn't understand anyway. Don't be so positive. Yeah? You honestly know what this feels like? Really, farm boy? Clark, Lex, supper's ready.
That boy was good for you, for a while.
He just... I mean, not that you and Ma couldn't, but he got it. Wasn't often I could ease him into a real conversation, but when I did, he got it. What it was like to see things no one else on Earth had eyes for, you know? Pa, I never had a friend like that.
I'm sure, but a man can change in 10 years, Clark, especially one so fundamentally abused and disturbed as Lex was.
You can say that again. It's hard to believe he's the same guy, except for...
the meteorite.
Except for that. I always assumed he'd lost it in the fire and the explosion that afternoon. And let's talk about that, but what if he didn't?
Monday, 6:30 p.m. Notes to self. I have closed Echo Park Labs down, ostensibly for refurbishment, so as to allay any interference on their part as I work. I have put all employees on double salary leave. A nice touch, that. The bridge test was a gamble. I hated to risk losing a precious piece of the green xeno mineral in my possession. However, the payoff exceeded my wildest hopes. Superman's molecular structure, as I'd suspected, is uniquely vulnerable to the meteorite's radiation. Given prolonged exposure, its rays could in all likelihood eliminate him altogether. And to think, that isn't even its primary value. As a boy, I stood at this very threshold, and in one bitter moment was denied the culmination of a lifetime's dreams and labors. It has taken me a full decade to reconstruct my designs and calculations. Now, 10 years later, that moment stands before me again. Activate subspace translator.
Discovery a phantom zone. Anti-gravity. Telepathic sensors.
And dear God, success is sweeter than I could ever have imagined.
This is the spot. As I recall, bulldozers and landscapers overran the wreckage practically the next day. But yeah, this is it. Plus, remember the view? The Luthor house overlooked all of Smallville. I would like to think not on purpose, but...
Probably. So, the media Lex had isn't buried here?
No, I'd assume it had been destroyed in the blast, but he must have saved it. And now that we're grown up, he's using it on me. Intentionally this time. Smart.
He was a smart boy. You both were.
I just read really fast, Pa. Lex was born an absolute genius. And what's scary was, his knowledge wasn't limited to the lab sciences.
Thus creating the underpinnings of what investigators call deductive reasoning. Who can give some examples of deduction and how it follows observation? Lex? Lex? Mr. Luthor, am I boring you?
No, you're boring them. I'm beyond bored.
Weirdo. How dare you, young man?
No, how dare you? Why do you have to make this material so dry?
If you want to teach deductive reasoning, make it relevant. For instance, we know that Paul Cho cut chemistry because there's mud on his shoes and it only started raining after first period. We know that Roland McGinley is Lana Lang's secret admirer because he's got the only class schedule that routes him past her locker at the exact times those frighteningly gooey notes were left. Jacob Stewart nervously sneaked his paint-flecked key from his belt into his pocket because Jack Targoni bellowed that some suicide case had scratched up his Ford Ranger.
Oh, God.
And let's see, who else has secrets? You're trying to pass a men's shirt off as a blouse the day after you and Coach Borden spent the night at an education seminar. Ta-da! See me after class!
But, Spaz, Miss Cameron, I think Lex was just trying to help illustrate.
And you too, Mr. Clock Smoutmouth Kent!
In his way. You know, associating with you isn't exactly improving my social profile.
Among Philistines, I'm doing you a favor.
Then there was the week Lex discovered civics.
Out! No, see, I wrote up some notes. All you have to do is read. I'm a busy man, son. I don't have time to grade a book report. This isn't... Whatever. Shouldn't you be in class? Mrs. Trumbull, call the high school and tell them there's a truant student in my office.
What in the world is this? Dinner. That kid flung it in my wastebasket and stormed out. A revised plan for city government. Wait, is this viable? Kid. Prank. So did you hear about the coach and Emma Cameron?
Lex always played it off, but I could tell what gnawed at him the worst. What made him feel most alone was the expression pretty much everyone but me had showed him by then. Not just in school, but all over Smallville. Underneath all that scorn and mocking, Lex saw it bright as day on folks' faces. It was fear. Not terror, just unease. The sad truth is, people are afraid of what they don't understand, or at least can't communicate with. That Lex came from money only created another social barrier for him. When he offered designs and financing for a new high school stadium, the administration, already leery of Lex, said thank you, no. Bad move.
Raise that score, 7 more, Smallville. Water? Ooh, thanks, Clark. Man, we're getting creamed out there tonight.
Lana, I was wondering if, the homecoming dance is coming up, and if you don't already, I'm sure you do, but hold that line every time, Lana. Never mind.
Jeez, what are we doing wrong out there?
It's okay, baby. Nurse Lana will make it all better after the game. God, how'd they get so good all of a sudden? It was a fair question. Brightenburg hadn't won a game since the Reagan administration, but they were a juggernaut that night. In fact, everyone's eyes were so glued to the field that their coach could wander, relatively unnoticed, to the sidelines every few minutes. Probability says Smallville's about to roll out to the left for a pass. Here's your blitz pattern. Deviate 1 iota and I guarantee they'll gain 19. Follow it, you'll run the resultant fumble for 25. You sure, kid? No, it's coincidence that the score is 49-zip. Yes, I'm sure. Come back in 5 and I'll have your entire third quarter mapped out. The final score set a record in the state, netted their coach a university position, and bankrupted more than one bookie. A lot of people walked away from that game proud or richer or both. Catch. What? It's not the actual game ball, but it should be. You sure earned it. Was I that obvious? To anybody that knows you, right now be thankful that I am that list. Lex, I am asking you as your friend, don't ever do that again. Smallville went undefeated for the rest of the season. I never knew much about Lex's upbringing, but it couldn't have been pleasant. From what little he hinted at, I gather Lex was isolated from his folks practically from birth. One glance at his IQ tests and they encouraged Lex around the clock to make him rich. They saw him as the next Einstein, and they were underestimating him. I wish they'd been as concerned with his social and moral development as they were with his intellectual growth, but his mom died when he was young, and his father was, well, not warm.
Lex isn't home.
Could I wait for him?
No.
Okay.
Ignore him, Clark. I do. Why aren't you at Paul's birthday party?
Wasn't invited. Is that a metal detector? Wow, that's a cool one. There's one in our attic, but it's kinda old. Found some neat coins with it once, though. I know where we can look for more.
So do I. The bank. This isn't store-bought, Clark. I put months into this. Just now installed the last circuit. I didn't build it to search for wheatback pennies.
Then what?
Well, extraterrestrial matter, Clark. I used meteorites to calibrate it to detect anything with a molecular pattern not of this Earth. And if it's wailing at you, farm boy, then it doesn't work! It doesn't work!
Hey, stop, you'll hurt yourself. Lex!
If it's not right, then it's worthless! Worthless!
Lex!
Stupid and worthless.
You never told me that story.
Well, I have a half dozen pretty similar, and every one of them ends with Lex isolating himself in that house for longer and longer. Eventually, I knew one or the other was going to totally unravel Pa. Either Smallville's smartest boy, or its biggest secret. So I made a decision. I'm going to go see Lex. Really? You haven't spent time with him for a week. 2, he's holed up in that lab he cobbled together on the side of his house. What's he doing in there? Missing school. Other than that, I couldn't tell you. Tried looking through the walls, but they're lined with lead. Don't know what's in there. He's never let anyone through the door. Makes me afraid he's fooling around with radiation, though where he got radioactive stuff in Smallville is beyond me. Lex, it's Clark. I know you're in there. Open up, okay? I want to tell you something. Come on, I brought a peace offering.
What could you possibly have that would interest me? Come in.
Holy cow, you made all this?
Out of the best spit and baling wire Smallville had to offer, farm boy. I have a confession to make. I was hoping you'd come by to be my witness, and that you'd bring something to take notes with. Because if you were a reporter, Clark, you'd win a Pulitzer tonight.
Translation?
This is it, Clark. This is the week. By Friday, Saturday at the latest, everything I've labored for my entire life is going to pay off. Do you hear me? Clark, I'm going to make history.
Slower.
No, faster. Faster and further and across the stars at better than light speed, Clark. And you are there!
Where?
Do you know why, of all the amazing cutting-edge technocentric cities on Earth, I came to this jerkwater burg?
I assumed your dad moved here.
No, I moved him. Years ago, while traveling, I unearthed something in Smallville. Something that validated every single theory I have ever had that we are not alone in this universe.
Uh-huh.
See for yourself. This is a radio telescope receiver more sophisticated than anything ever envisioned was built around it. All that's left is to finish the transformer. That'll allow me to safely create a strong enough electromagnetic field to contain the wormhole. You know what that is, right?
It's a tunnel through space and time. It's also science fiction.
If you're Stephen Hawking, yes, think bigger. Clark, start writing. 18-year-old and podunk redefines physics. I figured out a way to open a portal into the past of another galaxy. What I've discovered, it will act as a beacon across the universe. It will allow us to trace and make contact with its world of origin.
Lex, what is this it?
This. The meteorite inside this lead box is the heart of the entire apparatus. It gives off a unique radiation that is inexplicably clean, Clark, and, as impossible as it sounds, completely harmless.
No, not completely. It didn't matter that I was speechless. I didn't know any words to describe the way the meteorite's rays hit me. It was as if my blood had been replaced by battery acid, like all the gravity I'd ignored over the years had suddenly decided to yank my muscles from my bones. I'd never felt anything at all like it. I'm sure my face was a mask of abject pain, but the worst part was, that's not the way Lex read my expression. You ignorant jackass.
Get away from me!
Lex, it's not...
Shut up, you stupid hick farm boy! You think I don't know that look?
Lex, you don't understand.
I understand completely now. You're just like the rest of them. You're afraid of me because you think I'm a freak. Fine, get out! I'd tell you to go to hell, you pathetic yokel, but you already live there. Well, this backwater cannot punish me by dragging me down with it. As of this moment, you and your crummy parents and all of Smallville does not exist as far as I'm concerned. You hear me? Nothing good will ever come out of this hick town but Lex Luthor. Nothing! Tonight, now, reroute the electricals and bypass breakers 2 and 4 and I can...
Lex, I'm sorry. Let me in. The power grid. Oh God, what's he doing? Lex!
That's it. Almost. Contact! Yeah, I did it. I really... No! Computers! All of my notes! God, the meteorite! Ah! Son, help me!
All this, and I was ostensibly the lucky one. The explosion had flung me hundreds of feet away. I wasn't really hurt, but my strength was totally gone. Only my strength. Not my super hearing and not my X-ray vision. Those worked just fine. By the time the volunteer fire department arrived, everything, including Lex's father, was cinder and ash. I blacked out, but not before I overheard Lex screaming at the firemen.
Charlie, over here! The Luthor boy's burned, but he's alive! Son, relax.
Relax! Don't you touch me! You did this deliberately!
What's he talking about?
He's in shock. You could have saved my father! You could have saved this house! But no! You hayseed sat around your cracker barrel and watched those Luthors burn! Was it entertaining?
Son, we got here as fast as we... Charlie, hold him! He's getting away! Kid, come back! Come back! Jack, this way. Isn't this the Kent boy? And that was the last anyone in this town ever heard from Lex Luthor. Directly, anyway. The next day, I watched the construction and hazmat teams he hired all but salt the earth to eradicate any evidence of his figurative footprints. 10 years later, he doesn't care about where he steps, or on who.
It's not your fault, Clark. Whatever Lex's hardships were, that darkness was inside him before you ever met. I don't care if he's more charming now, or more articulate. Lex chose to make himself into the man he is today. If you still want to take responsibility for him, then concentrate on stopping him before he hurts anyone else.
And hope he doesn't see through my disguise.
He's not looking, Clark. Remember? Nothing good will ever come out of this hick town but Lex Luthor. Hopefully, so long as you're always extra careful around Lex in both your identities, even if he wanted to link Superman to Smallville, his ego wouldn't allow it.
There'll always be that danger, though.
It's a dangerous job. Fortunately, you're damn good at it.
Metropolis. Morning, Jim. How was your weekend? Jim? Too good to be true! Who knew he was? What do we do now? What was that about? Lois? Mr. White? I've been away a couple of days. I miss anything newsworthy? Earth under attack. Lex Luthor provides photo evidence of alien warships with familiar crest pentagon. Superman, just the first. Vanguard of imminent alien invasion. What? Where is Superman?
You just missed him, lady. I didn't see him myself, mind you, but that water tower didn't dump itself on this fire. Something blurred through my emergency room, spreading God only knows what kind of extraterrestrial bacteria and pathogens. I've already called in the Center for Disease Control to clean up. Yes, some patients, mostly those on painkillers, mind you, claim the Superman stopped the East Wing hazmat spill, but I don't know.
Whose side he's on for sure. Like, he detains those perps, right? But when I tell him there's warrants out for him too, he takes off like a shot. Not 5 seconds ago, miss. Lois Lane, Daily Planet. I recognize the name. I'm sorry you found us. You had a lot of enemies in the Giacomo family, Miss Lane. Had? Forgive me, unlike you, I'm no writer. But it seems like past tense is the most appropriate choice. Obviously, we could simply kill you by meth, but really, why waste a perfectly good high?
God, there you are. About time. I have a lot of questions for you. Can they wait? No. Yes.
It's him. Whoa, hold your fire. Superman, we have a message for you.
What could you possibly have to say that I would want to hear?
Oh, Jesus. We were told to make you an offer. Mr. Giacomo figures that when the invasion comes, you guys will need an operations network. He can provide that. He proposes an alliance. Here, I've got him on the phone.
Hello? Hello? Damn it, is anybody there? You know he has a plane, too. Don't tempt me. That'll keep his fat fingers out of the Hobbs Bay area for a while. Big of you to leave his goons on the pier. Did they hurt you? Do you need a doctor? No, but the fact that you asked certainly bolsters my supposition. Luthor claims that you're the sentry for a race of alien warmongers. Because he's got an Einstein-level resume, that accusation's making headlines and headway. You're wanted for questioning by the cops, the feds, the Department of Homeland Security, and quite possibly the United Nations. And yet, even though our total conversations don't add up to 3 minutes, I've been watching you a lot longer than that. And all evidence indicates that you're a good man here to help. Then why is everyone so eager to listen to Luthor? Because he's loud. Because there aren't many of us who know he's a vile, vile man. Because he knows how to amplify the fear that drives people, and how to trick them into turning to him for protection. You can't show up nowadays and be a super friend. We are a skeptical lot. Government, advertising, God help me, the media. These things manipulate us 24/7. And worse, we know it. We claim to fight it, but most of us don't have the energy to struggle every moment of every day. Wear us down enough, and the lesson we eventually take to heart is that it's easier and safer to be cynical than it is to trust someone. Do you trust me? I want to. I want us all to. I would love to prove that these photos of alien warships Luthor's subspace cameras are providing are digital pranks. But I need your side of this story to drown out Luthor's ravings. If he's lying, who are you? Are you an alien? Yes, I am. Then where are you from? Who sent you? Why are you here? I can't answer those questions. Not yet. There isn't much yet left, Superman. Luthor's not going to stop until everyone's terrified of you. Give me something. What can you tell me? That Luthor's wrong. It isn't fear that drives people. I know, but prove that to Metropolis. I'm trying. Ruth? Caught a ride to work. Jimmy, anyone upload a story in the last 20 minutes about Superman busting up a meth lab? No. Thompson reported something about a flying motor yacht, but Mr. White's having him breathalyzed. Huh. Rookie. Hello, Kent. Lois?
And your pa nearly drove his tractor through Jessup's hardware when they started rallying Smallville folks to build invasion shelters. The city folks aren't that crazy, are they?
Superman investigation builds steam. LexCorp cameras provide more images. Government considers defense options. Takes more to spook them, but not much. What we need to determine is where Luthor is getting his evidence. Does it map with all our data?
Yes and no. Luthor's photos, if that's what they are consistent in design with the images on the e-book we found in your rocket. I've found no exact matches, but he's definitely pulling information from somewhere other than his imagination.
Ma, what if he's right? What if I am supposed to be some sort of advanced scout? Wherever I come from, there must have been some reason they sent me to Earth. We always assumed that they'd reestablish contact someday.
Your pa and I assumed. You, on the other hand, hoped.
Not really.
Hush, it's all right. We know you love us, Clark, but it's only natural. Every adopted child is curious about his birth parents. For years, we were terrified they'd swoop down out of the skies and want to take you back. Your pa and I used to debate what would happen then. We would never have given you up, but how could we have kept you from others like you when you grew up so lonely? Whatever Luthor knows, he's twisting it to his own ends. You are not here to do harm, son.
Oh my. Thank you. That green meteorite Luthor has is related to me somehow. Before Luthor left Smallville, he tried to build a machine that would probe its origins. My guess is that he finally completed it. He and I need to have a talk.
Clark, you got a sec?
Not now, Jim. I have to see a man about a rock.
Lois, I'm on deadline, Jimmy. Jim.
What?
It's Jim. Jimmy's a kid's name. It's Jim. Is that what Clark calls you? Yep, that's adorable. Hey, those graphics Luthor's been piping to the media, how hard would they be to fake? At that resolution, with that detail, it'd be like counterfeiting a 20 with a crayon. Photo department's been over them with a microscope and they're satisfied. Then, Jimmy, get me some star charts. Jim. On it. Thank you.
Echo Park Observatory, a division of LexCorp.
Hour 2, still no alien. Your tax dollars at work. That's us. Government-funded bodyguards for some rich cue ball.
Dude, I'm not even sure I believe in no Superman. My girlfriend says it's all part of some big ad campaign.
So, what's that coming in at 11 o'clock? A fucking billboard?
Fire! Fire!
And you'll see proof then, General. The White House will have their own machines with which to monitor the coming alien incursion by tomorrow noon. At this point, it's simply a matter of legally gifting the LexCorp patented wormhole technology to the government. My lawyers have been instructed to make it happen, though. And...
What? Breach! It's him! He's coming for me! Men, secure the site! Luthor must be protected at all costs! Go! Go! Ah!
You have a lot to answer for. No witnesses. I won't risk them hurting themselves. You, I have less patience with. What is this all about, Luthor? You mean Project Krypton? Krypton? What is that? Some new weapon of yours? You really don't know. Oh, this is just the best day ever. What's so funny? Oh, my sides. Krypton, a planet, Andromeda Galaxy, orbiting a Class M3 red star. Hello, It's your birth world, Superman. No, don't try for the poker face. That won't fly. This is all a magnificent revelation to you, which means... I really shouldn't admit this. So far it's been my secret, but forgive me. I cannot resist. Hold on, I need my cell phone camera for this. Ready? Okay. Your homeworld, your race, your parents, all dead, gone, scattered to the celestial winds. As far as the universe is concerned, Superman, you are completely and utterly alone. Jeez. Listen to my pulse. I'm telling the truth. But don't go spreading it around, alright? You'll spoil my little look he's an invader scam. Oh, wait. That's right. You haven't one whit of credibility. Not against the photos I've taken. Kryptonian warships and such. Genuine. Captured randomly through a quantum aperture in space-time, like these. Space-time. These are images from various points in the past. That explosion, I'd say about 25 years. I'm still fine-tuning the audio, but you'd be stunned by how much Kryptonian science and technology I've already gleaned, despite the crudity of the translation. Established a self-replenishing moon base. One vaccination for all diseases. Elemental transmutation virus. Experimental phase shifting into the Phantom Zone. Krypton. It's not cable television. There's no way yet to zero in through the jumble on specific times and places. But it's coming. My attention's been divided. I find you distracting. This is only a display. Where's the actual receiver, Luthor? Or would you prefer I search by tearing this installation apart, brick by brick? I wouldn't if I... Careful. Windpipe. Better. As I was saying, that crippling agony you felt when you tried to save the bridge. My doing. Try to contain your shock. When Krypton went boom, the blast irradiated its fragments into something so far up the periodic table, there's no atomic number for it. I own a piece. It's harmless to Earthlings. I call it kryptonite. You'd call it agonizing green death by radiation poisoning. And it could be hidden anywhere on the premises. That's one reason you wouldn't want to go on a tear. Here's another. As of 20 minutes ago, this entire outpost became property of the United States military. Exhibit A, the deed. Insert musical sting here. You'd never hand these secrets to the government. You wouldn't tip your hand. Point. But I would bilk them for billions. It wouldn't be the first time. Is that why you invented a hoax that's causing worldwide panic? To line your pockets? No. To discredit and destroy you. The money's just a perk, you freak. Understand, I've spent my entire life searching for a civilization further up the evolutionary ladder than the knuckle-draggers I was unfortunate enough to be born among. Well, you finally showed up, and given your first chance, you deliberately humiliated me. You looked at me like I look at the ants. You don't get to do that. Period. You're crazy.
Au contraire, I'm the only sane inmate of Asylum Earth. I'm not eager to hand tomorrow over to an interplanetary extremist with laser eyes. There's only room on this world for one leader, Superman. When I'm finished with you, every last gibbon out there will know you for the menace you are. And they'll realize that Lex Luthor is their savior. You'll never get people to believe that. I'll win them over one at a time if I have to. See, you lose right there, because I prefer to think in much larger numbers.
General, we're in! We have the alien in our sights!
Not for long, I'd imagine.
Superman attacks. Army saves Luthor. Scientist claims assault final proof of Kryptonian invasion. Latest polls, majority of Metropolitans fear Man of Steel. Just getting a paper. Pardon me, didn't mean to... Excuse me.
You're gonna be all day? Keep it moving, buddy. Come on, jeez!
Sorry, not used to being so crowded.
You're not from around here, are you?
Not exactly.
Then why don't you go back to where you came from, corn boy? Oh, good Lord! It's true! Oh, sweet God, they weren't kidding! The Kryptonians! They're here! Lady, move! Out of my way! Ah!
Oh, God! Look out!
Run!
Superman, don't hurt us!
Run!
What? Headquarters, this is Unit 6. Invader is targeted.
Damn it, I'm not the enemy! I'm on your side!
Chief, it's Jim Olsen. I'm at 52nd and... Lois? Lois, put Mr. White on. I've got an exclusive. I hear you, Jimmy. Typing it up. Keep talking. Unconfirmed report of alien soldiers swarming the stadium.
Nobody's sure what the hell's going on. Lois, give me my phone.
Got a stranger says there's another spacecraft at Metro Tower. Yes, I know, on a 4th Avenue Armada. I'm getting conflicting info here. Wait, what do you mean a warcraft suddenly appeared in Midtown?
Phone, now!
How does something that size suddenly appear in our airspace without NORAD flipping out? Email me a snapshot. No, don't take time to download from your camera. Just send a phone pic so I can see.
For the last time, Lane, give me my oh, great Caesar's ghost!
Jimmy, tell me I'm getting a clear image because from what I can tell, our alleged invader seems to be defending us from that thing.
Kalizul on Vlechla Kalex, Zirath Kulathan, Jrath Ya. Okran Sintra Kalex, Vechla Klaiza Krako, Dokesh Klenath Vira Kladan, Zol un Volklal Krethin, Hunal Erthun Shila Voisol.
You heard me, Miss Stokes. Evacuate the LexCorp building immediately. I won't have any of my employees endangered.
But, Mr. Luthor, sir, what about you?
I have a plan to save Metropolis from the Kryptonians, Miss Stokes. But I must not be distracted. No admittance to this office. None. Now, go home to your husband and children before the Kryptonians have reduced this city to ashes. What a productive week. Slander. Check. Panic in the streets. Check. What's next? Let me think. Ah, yes.
Are you getting this, Lois? No, I'm as confused as you. 1 minute Superman's kicking butt, the next he's acting like there's something in the sky above him, but I have no idea what he's reacting to. Not unless he's seeing something I can't.
Gah! Police are doing our best to protect Metropolis, but we need everyone hearing this broadcast to stay off the streets. The National Guard has been alerted.
Over there! Look!
Holy, now they're falling out of the air! Arun, call for backup! All reporters, stay back! Like hell. Whoever you are, come out with your hands up.
Stop. Put down your weapons.
Superman, he's down! Fire! Fire!
Ah! No, you don't understand. Freeze! Put your hands where we can see them. Do it!
He's fleeing around the corner! After him! Sergeant Richie, this way. He's running down a blind alley.
Running? Why ain't he flying?
Nice going, Cosby. I think he heard you. This is Unit 12. Subject has disappeared. Repeat, subject has disappeared.
Kent, I didn't see you there. White's got you chasing this story, huh? You're gonna run with the big dogs. You need to get in better shape. You look like you're about to pass out. The Daily Planet newsroom.
Channel 6 shows him over Hobbs Bay.
You sure? Nelson's there right now.
See, zip. Can anyone verify that they've reached North Park? I'm getting conflicting info.
Nobody knows anything for sure, Mr. White.
And whose fault is that? If the TV stations can't get their stories straight, that's a crying shame. But that is exactly why the people of this city look to the Daily Planet for the truth. So go find it! Kent, where the hell have you been?
Sorry, Mr. White,
Sorry doesn't cut it! If you don't walk in with a story, then you don't get to come and go at your leisure! Do you think you're somebody special, Kent?
Not right now, sir.
Damn straight! Because starting tomorrow, you're on a time clock! Assuming Metropolis has any time left! What? The Port Authority just closed all bridges and tunnels. Get one of your little typists here to find out if the power plant is still online. WMED just reported it vaporized, but that would have blacked us out. You say that with confidence. I say it because I own the damn thing.
Mr. White, I have the mayor's office calling. They want a solid answer on how many Kryptonians there are.
I'll take it, Janine. Gladly. White, I'm not finished with you. And you. Throw up on that keyboard and it comes out of your check. Got it?
Yes, sir, Mr. Galloway.
Don't just sit there, man. I want a piece on how LexCorp is coping with this crisis.
That's not actually news, sir.
As your publisher, news is what I say it is. LexCorp's a major advertiser, and they like to see their name online. That means that if Lex Luthor wants his butt kissed and I say do it, you pucker up. But if I want you to talk, I'll pull your string. So long as you work here, you will keep yourself corked. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Son, are you there? Your pa and I heard what's happening in Metropolis and we're worried. Are you all right?
No. I'm sick. Lex has found a way to broadcast meteor radiation like a web across the city, and it's draining me. Literally. It's a little better indoors, but it's getting gradually more painful regardless.
Then come home. Let the army deal with the aliens.
They're not aliens, Ma. All this is Luthor's doing somehow. Every bit of it. All to take away any ability I might have to help anyone. And it worked. He's won. The city is his. Any second now he'll swoop in to the rescue just to seal the deal. And all I can do is watch.
Son, this is your father. Come home while you still can. If Luthor really is behind this, he'll call it off long before he levels the city. If he just wants to be the hero instead of you, then let him. Don't push yourself through this.
We thought a secret identity would be a good idea.
It didn't work out like we'd hoped. There's no shame in that. You've done a lot of good, son, but you have to pick your battles. Clark, come home. It's okay.
Whoa, hold on! Where do you think you're... Are you leaving? Get back to your desk and write! What? You're scared? We all are, Clark, but we have an obligation to the public. People are counting on us. I can't do anything for them. You spineless worm! And to think I stood up for you! I know.
Turn the screens to TV feed, now! He's cornered a WGBS cameraman!
Who? Superman?
Worse. Cattle of Earth. I am Commander Vanguard of the planet Krypton. Effective immediately. Your answer to a new government.
Me. Now that our advanced scout has charted a path for us, an act of supreme loyalty to his race for which we are grateful. The interstellar army of Krypton claims this world as its own. In one short afternoon, my troops have captured the beachhead you call Metropolis. Imagine what we can accomplish by the time this mudball orbits its sun 7 more times. We command unimaginable power. We possess superior weapons. We are Kryptonians. We are invincible. There is no one who may challenge us. As of now, we place our brand upon you. Know it. It is the symbol by which Krypton shall be forever remembered by the human race.
Like hell.
Collection Synthala Ethrun. Dakis, Via, Klisa, Thrakor. Vitra Sor Krypton.
Help! Help me! Help! You're safe now, miss. You, on the other hand, you disgust me. No one's safe! They're everywhere! Look! Superman! Where are you going? Don't leave me! Superman! God. This has Luthor's tentacle prints all over it. Keep thinking, Lois. Think out loud if it helps. The Kryptonians appeared instantly, with zero warning, in ships that completely escaped detection. Now we're getting stories of sightings that don't match up, reports of damage that doesn't exist. Superman, wherever you are, if you're listening, I know this isn't what it looks like. If you can hear me, let me help. Okay. My God, what did they do to you? Just need a second wind. And there is no they. At least not in the numbers Luthor wants us to believe. This entire invasion is mostly a hoax. It's designed to create a fear and a panic that Luthor can save us from, and prove that I'm never to be trusted. We saw you fight. Those are real soldiers. Some, if by real you mean thugs and mercenaries equipped by Luthor, armed with alien-modeled weapons and speech translators. They account for maybe 10% of the invaders. The rest of the force is an illusion cast by an energy web Luthor's thrown over the city. I thought at first it was intended to poison me, but I realize now that's a secondary benefit. Lex isn't crazy enough to bankrupt himself building a Kryptonian army, Lois. Not when he can gather phantom images from another world's past and broadcast them like holograms. How did you... Later. First, tell me more about this poison. What on earth could hurt you? Nothing on earth. It's too dangerous a secret, Lois. I can't. I shouldn't. Explain, don't explain. Do whatever you think is best. I trust you. Wow. Luthor calls it kryptonite. It's a meteorite from my homeworld, and it gives off a unique radiation that affects only me. That's what's powering this entire operation. A chunk of rock no bigger than a football, and I can't get within a city block of it. Uh-huh. And it's locked away where? In his lab on the top floor. There's a private elevator through an unmarked door off the north alley. It's open.
Jalamath Elthron Zilath.
Oh no. You heard something. Wait, you're in no shape to no choice. Be careful. You too. Tara! No! Give her back! Why are you doing this?
For your own good. I wouldn't expect you to understand. Not in the short time you have left. Kill them.
Did you see that? Is he? No. People, listen to me. You're being lied to. Tell them the truth, Vanguard, or whatever your name is. Your men are actors working for Luthor. You're an empty threat. Metropolis can and will fight back.
Really? I don't know what's brought on this sudden bout of insubordination, soldier. But why don't you ask these delicate little sparrows you say will fight us? How empty does this threat look? Actors are paid frauds, Superman. Let this ring in your super ears. My men aren't doing this for the money. We're backing Luthor because he's right. You're the fraud. And we're on to you. It's only a matter of time before you turn on anyone weaker than you. That's how it works.
Not always.
What? Were you raised in a barn?
God, that kid! Superman! Front page. Hello, Chief. I'm uploading a shot now. You gotta see. No, I still haven't made up my mind whose side Superman's on, but that's about to be a question for the whole world. Because as soon as we get this photo online, I guarantee you within 2 minutes, it's gonna be picked up by every news server there is.
Damn it! Mr. Luthor, sir! Request permission to deploy troops, sir! LexCorp's Earth First Security Force is fully armed, ready and eager to engage the invaders, sir!
Any moment now, General. This city is counting on you to eradicate this alien blight. Stand at the ready.
But, sir, the civilians!
I said to hold, General. Commander, I'm granting you an extra 60 seconds. Tell me that gives you enough time to break Superman's spine.
With pleasure.
Yow! Everyone off the streets, now! For God's sake, get yourself to safety!
No one's listening. Do you know why? Because you're so utterly predictable.
Can't hold it long! People, go!
I've been waiting all day to say this, Superman. Your S is mine.
What? Back off! He's with us! 30 seconds and counting, General. On my mark. In Lex's lab, he said. It's powering this entire operation. You'd think Luthor would have the courtesy to label his death machines. Okay, try this. That's it. That's the meteorite. Superman, if you can hear me, I've got it. We've won.
My soldiers!
Smoke and mirrors, Vanguard. Superman was right. You guys weren't half the threat you pretended to be. We did a lot of this to ourselves, but we're not afraid anymore. Get him! Don't bother. Oh, geez. The tank. That's for real. Take cover! Jimmy, relax. LexCorp. Lois Lane, you nosy little twit. How much do you know? The same as everyone will, Luthor. When I report the story, that you're twice the liar even I figured you were. All your warning photos of Kryptonian warships rocketing their way towards us? Bogus. The The spacecraft are genuine, but what everyone overlooked until I had their backgrounds compared to modern star charts was that those images are literally thousands of years old. I also know that by yanking that rock out of your power grid, I just proved that 9/10 of this invasion force is a broadcast illusion, and that Superman is kicking the teeth out of whatever's left.
Wishful thinking. Kryptonians aside, I assure you the LexCorp army amassed downstairs is 100% authentic. Once they've been dispatched, Superman will be...
Mr. Luthor, sir! We have a problem!
Then solve it. I'm paying you to validate the Luthor name. Get out there now! Now!
That's just it, sir. We can't. The only exit is the bay door, and it's jammed shut. Like something huge fell against it from outside.
Well, keep trying. Keep Lane! Get away from there! What are you doing?
Monkey wrenching your equipment, you creep. Ook ook.
Don't just stand there! Open fire! Fine, I'll put this dog down myself.
Apparently looks like your boss has cut you loose.
Impossible! He
would hang you out to dry in a Metropolis second. Vanguard, or whatever your name is. You don't know the real Lex Luthor. Not like I do. Ouch, I take it you're back in the game? Getting there. Good, which, by the by, is not to say you don't still freak me out a little. But, well, here, I believe this is yours. Luthor? Luthor.
They'll know. Superman's own people will tell me how to stop him. Communication is a two-way street, Lane. Using a wormhole to scan Krypton's past was always only the first step. The true goal was to transmit as well as receive, to establish a dialogue. It will greatly accelerate the half-life of the fuel, but so be it. I'll find more.
Fine. You know, who else is going to talk? Your fake Kryptonians. They'll roll over on you now that they're exposed.
As if I hadn't planned for that contingency. Here's a little factoid for your science editor. When properly engineered, even the tiniest sliver of kryptonite is enough to make a formidable explosive.
Oh God, you lunatic! Suicide bombers!
Well, technically not suicide, since I sort of left that part out of the hiring brief. Still, as they erupt all over the city, with any luck, Superman will be one of the thousands caught in the blasts. If not, well, at least the collateral damage will keep him too busy to help you.
Ah! Holy...
No! It's trying to detonate! Get it off! Off me! Get it off! I don't want to die!
Stop whining.
Dear God, please!
Why would he show you mercy, Vanguard? How many times did he hear that prayer today because of you? Bystanders murdered. City blocks flattened. You're lucky I don't just let you drop. Quit squirming! Kryptonite burns. Almost have it. Hi.
Come in. Come in. This is Lex Luthor from the planet Earth. My world is in dire peril.
Skyskin Irva, the fire falled. Collected for acts of sedition against Krypton's government. Such lovely daughter, Allura. She's... Mommy, that's a man's voice.
I need your help. For the love of God, can you hear me?
I think he just wants someone to talk to.
Time is crucial. I require weapons. Firearms! Ah!
Luthor, stop grasping at straws. It's over. true.
They're simple earthquakes, nothing to worry. Would my instruments are a cry from another galaxy. Ensure universal peace for all future generations. Celebrate our greatest works of literature. Imagining things again, Lord Thanol. No. Faint images on our scanners, fading in and out. Are they illusions, or...
No, I am real! Take heed! We can save each other! Pull the plug, Luthor! You lost! Ask Lois! Ask Vanguard! Ask everyone who reads tomorrow's news who started this nightmare! And who stopped it!
Citizens of the Science Council, Krypton is doomed. Hopeless. Wouldn't listen to me, Laura. It's hopeless. I know, Jor-El, but keep faith in what we have accomplished, for it is Kal-El's only chance of survival. Our son, the last of the El family, the last son of Krypton.
Mother. Father. Kal-El. That's me. My name is Kal-El of Krypton. Last of your race, which makes this genocide. I'm doing you a favor, Superman. It's agony to be alone in this world.
Mercy, happening.
Goodbye, my son. Forgive me. You weren't always Lex. You made your choice, and so have I.
You've nothing to be sorry for. You gave Kal-El all a father can give his son. You gave him every chance.
But will that be enough? We'll never know. No, listen! Mother, Father!
Luthor indicted. Despite protests of innocence, astrobiologist Lex Luthor was charged today with multiple counts of masterminding terrorist action disguised as an alien invasion on Metropolis. So, how are my 2-star reporters today? Dissatisfied, Luthor's doctors are already blaming the aberrant actions of this beloved financier on radiation poisoning. You know Luthor will find a way to beat the charges. Possibly, someday, but if he does, it'll be despite you. In the meantime, nice work. Credit where, Chief. Kent's the one who brought in the confession of Vanguard, alias wacko malicious survivalist John Hodgfoot, and that was the biggest nail in Lex's coffin. I'll say, bet Lex Luthor hates Mr. Kent even more than he hates Superman now. You want a bodyguard, Mr. Kent? I'll, get by, Jim, but thanks. Thanks for talking me up. Probably why I still have a job. No, you still have a job because I cadged your crybaby resignation letter before Perry found it. And my God, who taught you punctuation, Mr. Comma Splice? Well, as long as I'm here to stay, maybe you and I could go to if you're not seeing anyone. You did just hear me refer to you as a crybaby, right? So noted. Would it help if I were able to leap tall buildings in a single bound? No! What are you implying? That I have some sort of lame crush on Superman? What are your sources? Did he say something? What? To me? Come on, you ever see us together? So noted. Just be careful. People still aren't sure what they think of him. They'll come around. You watch what happens the next time someone tries to co-opt that symbol. People know now. It stands for courage. It stands for hope. It stands for Superman. And the whole world will remember that.
Mother, Father, I made it. I